Hi, it's Jen with Astro T Astrology. Welcome back to the channel. Today we are talking about the partial lunar eclipse that is taking place in Taurus on the 28th of October at 4:24 p.m. Eastern Standard Time at 5 degrees 9 minutes of Taurus. So this is the last eclipse on the Taurus-Scorpio axis, and that's been actually since November of 2021, the seventh in the series of lunar and solar eclipses on this axis. So make sure you pull up your chart so you can see the houses that this falls into. What do you have in Taurus? What do you have in Scorpio? And also the other fixed signs. So you want to look also at Leo and Aquarius. So we have the lunar eclipse right here. Scorpio, the sun is in Scorpio, moon is in Taurus. If you don't have a chart, definitely get one. Astro.com gives very accurate charts. You just put in your date of birth, time, and place. And if you don't want to go through them and you want to go through me, I can give you a quick little summary of what you're seeing. Just contact me at astrotastrology@gmail.com and I can get that. So, taking a look at the chart here, for the eclipse, we have Mercury actually conjunct Mars in an applying conjunction, and we have that in opposition to Jupiter down here. So we also have the eclipse in this conjunction as well. So the Mercury-Mars conjunction and the Jupiter conjunct the sun and moon, kind of a lot going on. So we have Mercury and Mars conjunct by the sun. We have Jupiter conjunct the moon, and they're all in opposition to each other. So let's unpack this and figure out what's going on and what it all means. So starting with the Mercury and Mars conjunction in Scorpio, that's kind of the realization of your desires. With the sun also in that conjunction, it represents kind of your far off goals. What are your goals in life? What do you kind of feel like you want to work towards? And you could, with this being in Scorpio, you're going down deep to really is this really what I want? What do I really want out of this life? Not the superficial things, but deep down, Scorpio isn't about superficial things. It's about those deep down feelings. So what do you want? What do you really want? And the resonations from these eclipses, they do last a long time. So it's not something that is just going to go away. It's something that you're going to be working on. This is, kind of a full moon in Taurus, so it is ruled by Venus as well. So themes, I would look around love, money, work, beauty, so, things around those things. How you make money, how you go about making money, and love, your love life, of course, partnerships, that kind of thing. So I would probably look in those kind of themes, and especially look at where these fall in your chart. So sun in Scorpio, it's healing, transformations. It's intimacy, loyalty, can cause a little bit of possessiveness, obsessiveness, and controlling behavior. It is in opposition to Jupiter, so those things could be expanded a little bit. So any feelings of love and desire you have could become almost obsession. So you want to watch out for that. With the opposition, you're always kind of, getting pulled in that opposite direction. It's that push and pull, especially with Jupiter there. It enlarges that. Jupiter with the moon, it's about feelings. So as with our previous themes, with the solar eclipse, if you did watch the solar eclipse video, if you haven't, I'll put a link in the bio about it, so you definitely want to check that out. It's finding that light in the darkness, dealing with the bad to get to the good. So this eclipse, I feel, this lunar eclipse, it's kind of a culmination. Full moons are culminations, so it's kind of almost like, it's kind of seeing that light at the end of the tunnel, kind of coming out of that cocoon as the butterfly, kind of like, okay, so I did some hard work and now I'm kind of coming out of it. So Again, you want to see where it falls in your chart to see what it is, or if you have been working on something, hopefully this will be kind of a culmination or like a climax period. So first, look at the sun in Scorpio. So we have that up here, and it's with the Mercury-Mars conjunction. So that's, again, going deep inside yourself. What do you truly desire? What needs have to be fulfilled? With this lunar energy, what are those needs that you feel are not fulfilled that you need fulfilling? The moon is in that earthy Taurus down here. So the needs might be that you want to feel a little more grounded. Maybe you feel a little bit like you're floating away, like you just don't have any kind of, you don't have any pull to the ground, and you need to feel that grounding. You need to get that good foundation before, so getting back to our earthy roots is a really good thing. Go outside, take a walk in nature, just kind of breathe it in. Materialistic things, of course Taurus is a lot about that, but you want to kind of get that grounding first. So focus more on kind of getting back to nature, kind of getting back to what the earth has to give us, the things that come naturally. So, look, appreciate that natural beauty around you. That Venus is in there, so we want to appreciate the beauty that we have, that that we can see, and that's almost, it's not quite tight, but it is in a trine to the, it's like a sextile and then a trine. So it's a sextile to the sun, trine over here. So we do have that Venus kind of representation. So, we have that Venus energy, that partnership, that, love, that beauty. So again, a lot of those relationship themes and that kind of themes coming in. Also money, definitely, watch your piggy banks. Maybe you've been saving, maybe you've been saving towards something, or maybe you've been thinking about, doing something or paying something off. Well, now is almost the time where, this could be coming to a culmination. So there is like a sexual, sensual feel about this this full moon, because Taurus is very sensual, but Scorpio is very sexual. So you, again, know your needs. Use that Mercury-Mars conjunction to really kind of get what you want, to be able to verbalize, if it is kind of a sensual, sexual type thing, you might be able to verbalize that to your partner a little bit better if you've been uncomfortable doing that in the past. So now is a good time to really do that. And then we have Jupiter down here in conjunction with the moon, but is in the opposition with Mars. So that Mars-Mercury conjunction, it's in the opposition with that. So those feelings of need are enlarged, but then you have that Mars-Mercury up there. It is positive energy, hopefully, that Jupiter is expanding with that, Venus trine, Venus sextile with that. So we have that loyalty, your convictions are unwavering, and you show that to those you love. You want to give that, I'm here for you. You are, give that foundation, give that Taurus-y foundation, prove to them, convince them, like, I'm here for you, I love you, and, that they're just important to you. It's good to just show that love once in a while, especially if you've kind of let things go, if things have gotten, a little bit, you haven't shown your emotions as much, like you have, when times are tough, or when, with family or with your partner, if you've just been together a long time, you haven't showed your emotions, it's time maybe that you get back to that a little bit. Shower that person with, gifts. That's Taurus, they like to get things, compliments, but it's also about getting what you want. You're both in on this. This is happening for everybody. So, you want to give out that positivity and love, and you want that in return. So whatever you give out, you want to get back. So, give out those positive vibes, and you'll get that back in return. So with all this kind of sexuality in the air, with Scorpio, Taurus, we got Mars, we have Venus. Saying the right things can really get you what you want, kind of in the physical sense, hopefully, or, maybe they'll just do dishes for you so you don't have to, or something like that. So if you are not in a relationship, like I know I've been focusing a lot on relationships, but if you're not in a relationship, you might find yourself going out and just, looking for some loving, because you might feel like that need. I have this need. I feel like I need to go out and get it. There's where Jupiter comes in. It's really like expanding that need. So you might be like, I don't care. I'm going out. We're doing bar hopping tonight, and we'll see what happens. So, with that push and pull, even if it's just for a night, should I, shouldn't I? You know what? Do what you want. Why not? You only live once, right? So, we also, interesting thing in response to that anyway, so just trying to see things on the bright side, especially since everything's been so negative lately. It's nice to see something that is a little more of a relaxing. It's a little more of a, I'm going to take time out for me. I'm going to take some time to sit back, take some time for me, do some, self-care. Then we have Uranus right here, and it's really coming up close. Let me see the exact degrees that we have here. So Uranus is at 21. So the moon's going to be making its way through. Of course, things are going to get a little more intense as it gets close and then pass. Moon does move pretty quickly. But I would think that with what's coming up, especially after this, so you're thinking about this full moon, things are at a culmination. So what happens after a full moon, even if it is an eclipse, you're coming off of something that you've kind of worked on. So you're almost reaping the benefits that you've gotten from that from everything you've worked up to. So like the whole waxing part, and now it's the waning part where you're just kind of reaping those benefits, maybe passing your knowledge on to somebody else of things you've learned during that hard work that you've put in. So once it hits Uranus, something could be coming out of the blue, something beneficial. So this is just a lot of positive energy really to end the month, which is great. And, so I would, maybe something you're gonna, meet somebody maybe, or you're gonna get a raise, or you're gonna, who knows what, something positive that has to do with, that Taurus-y, that Venus-y, we have Venus in a trine to it as well. So very positive kind of feel going on. So then the last thing I see is a grand trine with a Pluto and Capricorn. So a grand trine is a triangle, like a large triangle. It's two trines, or three trines actually, in all the same element. So this is in Earth. So we have Pluto here, and that is at 27 degrees of Capricorn. And then we have Uranus here, which I said before was at 21 degrees of Taurus. And then we have Venus, which is at 18 degrees of Virgo right here. So you see that makes a nice triangle. Boop, boop, boop. That should be over a little bit more. It looks like it's in Gemini, but it's not. So boop, boop, boop. So we have a nice grand trine. It's, triple trines, which is all a good aspect. So it's a kind of a large orb, yes, but otherwise it's really, again, a nice ending to kind of that hard month. It's been a rough month with everything going on in the world, so it's nice to really just see something like this. Trine has a nice grounding, kind of moral foundation. Earth can give that positivity through, that sudden yet lasting change. So we have, Earth, and then we have Uranus, which is a sudden change, and then we have Pluto, lasting change. And it could be with financials, it could be with love, it could be with a partnership. So, you know, again, look at where this appears in your chart to kind of pinpoint exactly where this might be. So look for that when the moon hits that Uranus, and then, you know, see what kind of comes out of the blue, what kind of all of a sudden shows up that you can work with. So it's what's great about kind of knowing what's going to be going on, so you know what to look for. So otherwise you might not even see it. You know, things aren't just handed to you from, you know, this star gods. You know, you have the chart, you have what the potential is, but you still have to work to make things happen. You know, if you don't work with it, it's most likely not going to happen. If you ignore the signs, positive or negative signs, then you won't be able to get the full, you know, benefit from that. So in the end, I think we're all going to benefit from this, from, you know, that which we have cut away. So with that, that solar eclipse that we spoke about in a couple videos ago, what are we cutting away? What are we getting rid of? What toxicity, what's just that we don't need anymore, that we're kind of getting rid of? That now, with this full culmination, we're kind of going to be benefiting from. And again, this isn't going to be sudden. It could last for a few months. The eclipses, they do resonate for a while. So it's not just like a regular full moon. It's you know, a partial lunar eclipse full moon, where it's going to be a little bit of a longer lasting effect. You know, get rid of it. If you've got rid of those toxicities, in the end, you will benefit from it. So it's again about going through the darkness to see the light at the end of that tunnel. Then with the culmination, full moon, we reap the benefits from all the work we put in, and then we either, you know, reap those benefits and grow from them, or we pass that along to somebody else as we go to the next phase of the moon. So take that time and sit back and just finally relax. Relax your brain, especially, you know, if you've been tied to the news to see what's going on and seeing all this negativity. Now's a great time to just turn that off. Watch something that, you know, if you want to watch TV, watch something that's not quite so intense. You know, everything's been so intense. So kind of, you know, watch something that's lighthearted, maybe a game show or something like that. You know, to use that Taurus to feel and ground your feet into the ground, you know, really just kind of get stable. Tree pose is a great way to do it if you're into yoga at all. I love doing tree pose to really feel grounded, because you can really feel like, okay, with that one foot on the ground, I can be tall and I can be strong and I can be unwavering. And so definitely, you know, add some of that to your daily routines. If you do work out at all, it's a good kind of relaxation after a good workout. So, you know, appreciate that beauty. Again, the goodness of the world will come out. You know, it will come out from this darkness. It will emerge from the darkness and be light again, and things, you know, everything is going to work out eventually. We just have to make it happen and work towards it. So spread this good positivity by using that Mercury-Mars conjunction with the sun, with the moon, and just express positivity so you get positivity back. So that is about all for this full moon. I hope y'all enjoy it. Again, spread that positivity, because that you give out what you give back. So if you're giving out negativity, you're going to get that back. Give out positivity. People can't help but just be happy around you. So make sure you like and subscribe and get notified of future videos. And I will see you soon. I hope you guys have a great week. Bye-bye.